All wings report in.
HouseDog, standing by.
MotherGoose, standing by.
Lowtech Tuck, standing by.
Lock S foils in attack position. Animal Squadron ready for battle.
Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Animal Squadron podcast. I am your host, HouseDog, and with me, as always, the only partner I've ever needed, the only one that's here on a consistent basis, the hairiest host, the Chewy to my Han, MotherGoose.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Are you asking me or them?
Them and you.
Oh.
Because I love everybody.
I'm good because Tuck is dead.
Tuck died again. We killed him.
I rewired Gonky in the middle of the night, and I made Gonky murder Tuck.
His beloved Supreme Chancellor Gonky killed him.
I figured that was the only just way to kill him.
Real. Well, today we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from series reviews like we talked about last week, and we're going to talk about Star Wars Hunters, the new mobile/Switch game that came out, I think last month. I think it was June 16th when it released. So it's been out for a little bit, but we actually just got our first chance to play it yesterday. Mookie, what you think?
I was gonna look up some facts about the game.
Well, let's just start real easy. We don't have to get too in depth. Did you like your experience? Did you have fun?
Well, luckily, we played it together. At least for a little bit.
At least for a little bit, yep.
It does block you from playing with your friends straight away, which kind of sucked. We had to play, what was it, 10 matches?
I think 10 matches, yeah, before you could play with a friend, which I think is really annoying. I understand if a game wants you to play one, maybe two tutorial matches or whatever, but 10 felt really excessive. I think we were playing for an hour before we actually got to play a game together?
Yeah, so the game is on Android, Switch, and Apple, so don't worry, Android users. You can play it too. Tuck, you can play it.
Mm-hmm.
But we have, and I'm looking at IGN right now, so it looks like there are 13 characters that are in the game that you can play as.
Nice. Yeah, so for context, this is a hero shooter kind of along the lines of Overwatch, Valorant, Apex Legends. Definitely not as in-depth just because it is made for mobile. It's not going to be as visually appealing or gameplay-wise as in-depth as some of these other hero shooters.
I thought the visuals on it were pretty good for a game that has been advertised as a mobile game. They didn't really go hard on, saying this is going to be a really great Switch game. Anybody that has a Switch should play this, but if you have a phone, you can play it too. From the start, I thought it was being marketed as a mobile game. Yeah,
I think, if you are playing on a phone, it probably looks great. I will admit, I was playing on my Switch plugged into my TV. I would say there was a lot left to be desired there. But we should give it some slack because it is a mobile game. What I will say is the whole time we were playing, I was just kind of sitting there thinking, man, this would be so good if this wasn't a mobile game. Because the general gameplay loop, all the heroes' abilities, it's all really good. It's really fun. But I think the game gets kind of dragged down because it's a mobile game. Lower graphics, it runs a little clunky. There's a stupid amount of menus. It is an obnoxious amount of menus to try and get through and find what you're looking for. Just a lot of the quote-unquote mobile game issues you find within this game.
Yeah, I agree. If they want this to be something that people play for a while, which maybe this isn't something that they're really pouring a lot of money into.
Yeah.
But they definitely need to simplify the UI. The UI in the game it's simple in some places, but like you're saying, the amount of menus that you have to go through to either like unlock your characters or customize your characters or even just like getting to the season pass is really
It's
confusing.
a lot. Yeah.
And maybe it's just because we were playing on Switch. And another difference is I don't have the TV capable Switch. I have the Switch Lite. So, I was just playing on my little screen, but maybe that helped it more. I don't know, because I'm not hooking it up to like a 4K TV.
Right, yeah.
I'm just playing on my little Switch, and I thought it was okay graphics-wise and everything. I didn't really have a lot of trouble with the, like any of the clunkiness really, besides the aiming in the game seemed like very difficult. There's no...
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't like really deep dive into the controls and everything. Like I figured it out as I played, but for like shooting characters, I never ADS'd one time.
Yeah.
I just hip fired the entire time with any character that I had that had a gun, and it was just fine. Because
I
trying to control the reticule with the right stick, it didn't track really well, and I didn't look for a setting that had auto aim or anything, or assisted aim. So it's all just free aim. And it's kind of, there is some clunkiness there. Like with the way that some of the characters move like really fast. Like the Jedi characters can move really quickly. They all have like dash abilities. And it makes all the characters that don't have that really slow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think overall, talking about just like hero abilities, I think they all felt really unique. So you don't get full access to all the characters. After you play your second match, you have 2 characters you can play, and then you have a like track that you fill out to unlock the other characters, or you could spend real money and buy the characters you want right away. But I think we unlocked from that track, we for sure unlocked 2 or 3 characters, right?
Yeah, we unlocked the default characters that they give you in the beginning, and then Sentinel, which is the Stormtrooper character, and then we unlocked...
Which, you get those the first 2 matches.
Yeah.
Graz, the Wookiee, was the first one. And then there's the first support character whose name I can't remember. But was there a character between Graz and the support character?
No, you got it. That's
okay, yeah. Goes. So, I mean, we played for 2 hours, and in that 2 hours, by the end, we had 4 characters, and I think we were both pretty close, or at least halfway, to unlocking a 5th character. So you do have to unlock or spend money to get these characters, but I feel like it's a pretty fair system.
Yeah, it's not really a hard grind to get characters, which is nice. Because the gameplay is paced really well. You're not in matches for forever. And I never played like Valorant or League of Legends or anything like that, which it's kind of in that style. The closest thing that I ever played was the Pokemon Brawl. Or was it Pokemon Brawl?
Yeah, I think so.
Which, it was a fun game. I played it for a bit. I watched a lot of gameplay on it. And it was fun. The only issue that I had with it was the matches would take a really long time.
Yeah.
Especially if your team was losing. Like, it didn't... There wasn't a way to make the match go faster if the other team was just scoring points on you. You had to go to the 200 points or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it is in that way that, like, there's 4 players on each team, and each player can only pick one hero. Or nobody can pick the same hero is what I mean. Right.
Well, so just talking about characters and stuff, let's talk abilities. Like I mentioned earlier, I thought they all felt really unique. So for like an example, there's a tank called Sentinel, which we mentioned earlier. He's a stormtrooper. He's got a Gatling gun. He has a shield. He has a charge shot. And then his ultimate, he can summon a couple smaller stormtroopers to fight alongside him. probably my favorite character that we've unlocked so far. What about you?
I mostly used the default character. Like, I got her to level 14 last night or something insane. And then after you got off, I did try, which is also kind of a cool concept that they have in the game, is even if you don't have a hero unlocked, you can try them in like the training grounds and just see their abilities and stuff like that, see if you'd like their play style once you unlock them, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
And I tried Diego after you got off.
Oh, nice. For context, that's a sniper, right?
Yeah, he's like a power sniper. He's pretty weak, but his gun is pretty ridiculous. He uses, I think it's basically the like type of sniper rifle that Mando uses with the disintegration shots.
Yeah.
And his power on that rifle is pretty ridiculous. If you're hitting body shots with it, it's 55.
Okay.
And if you're hitting headshots, it's 100.
Nice.
And then whenever you use his X ability, his ultimate, it like supercharges the rifle, and headshots are then worth 200.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we played a match where somebody was using that character on the opposite team, and they were, I wouldn't say they were sitting in the back of the map. They were just a little bit past the middle where everybody usually fights. And that dude was just killing our whole team.
Yeah, it was rough. He was what, like level 50, I think?
Yeah.
Very, very good. The first support character, which I know for sure there's two, but the first one you unlock, I'm not gonna lie, not very good. She's got a single shot blaster, a healing grenade, she can roll, and then her ultimate is she like drops a flag, which I think increases everyone's health temporarily on the team. So it's a pretty good kit overall, but like the healing grenades take really long to recharge. And then her single shot blaster, the fire rate, it's awful. It really needs to be increased. It just makes it kind of feel, you hit your ability, you shoot once, and then you kind of just stand there for a second while everything resets.
Not only that, but there were many times in the game, which we only lost one game out of 16 matches that we played last night.
Yeah.
With that healing grenade, is there were many times you would try to heal me as a support character, and the grenade like wouldn't sink in time.
Yeah.
And I would get shot and wind up dying, but then whenever I respawned, I would have the boosted health.
Some extra health.
I would have like 400 health.
Yeah. The blaster does okay damage, but like I think just like if they don't want to have you dealing that much damage at a quicker fire rate, just bring the damage down a little bit. It feels, I don't know, it just feels like you do something, you stop. You do something, you stop. It like stops the flow of it, which I did not enjoy. But besides that, I really enjoyed all the characters.
Right, that we got to play.
Yes.
Which again, we played for 2 hours last night, and realistically, we unlocked 2 characters because I don't really count the first 2 as you unlocking them because it.
Right.
You're definitely not playing in real matches. The first 2 matches that it makes you play.
Yeah.
Those are definitely bots.
Yeah.
But yeah, we played 2 hours and unlocked 2 characters.
Also talking about characters, I just wanted to mention that they all have really cool name art. And like each one is based on like just different Star Wars art styles. I really love it. Their art department crushed it there.
Yeah, it was. There is a lot of like cool stuff. I mean, there's everything now that's in games. I mean, there's stickers, emotes. I mean, I'm not gonna say they copied Fortnite, but you know, Fortnite has been like one of the most successful games with all of those items that you have. Like there are skins for all the characters and everything, and you don't have to buy all the skins. You do unlock them through different challenges and things like that, but most of the challenges are just, you know, get 50 kills with this character or score X amount of points with this character or whatever.
Yeah, which actually, to bounce off that, something I really love about this game is it does have a, like, your typical battle pass. They call it the arena pass, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But each character has, what is it called? A Hunter's Fame, which is a character's personal progression. So as you're playing a character, you're leveling it up. Like Mac mentioned earlier, he got the first character up to 14. So each character has their own little battle pass, essentially. For every level, you're either getting an upgrade to your abilities or you're getting a cosmetic item for that character, which I think is really cool. Because yes, they have a shop, but you're going to be able to get some options by playing completely free, and I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, here with the shop and everything, I think they did do a good job there, like you said, is where, yeah, if you, and the skins aren't really that cool that they have in the shop. Again, this game has been out since August, right?
June.
So it's been out a month, maybe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're still going. And again, this was heavily advertised as a mobile game.
Yeah, it is like the shop is a mobile shop with there's like 8 different menus.
Yeah. But again, so many, that is like one of my largest complaints about this game is there's, if you decide to try it, listeners, just be ready. There's like 80 different menus for everything. I didn't really even feel comfortable like going around all the menus and everything until like the end of our 2-hour gameplay.
Yeah, right. It takes a while to get adjusted. So your characters have their own individual level, but then you as a player have a level, and you also get a reward every level from level 1 to level 50. And this is different stuff, like I think profile icons. There's 2 versions of in-game currency. One you can earn by just playing the game, and one you have to buy. You get a little bit of that currency in there, which is really nice. But I did want to talk about the battle pass here, because most like battle pass systems, you can earn slowly for free whatever their microtransaction is. For this game, it's crystals. For Fortnite, it's V-Bucks. Overwatch, it's, I think, Overwatch coins, but slowly you can earn enough that you can buy the battle pass. And you can earn some crystals for free, like I said, in just leveling up your character. However, the arena pass for this game, you cannot buy with crystals. You have to buy with real money, meaning there's no way to save up and earn that battle pass for free like other systems, and that I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah. Because as we were playing and everything, we were doing good enough that pretty much any time we got out of a match, I had unlocked something else in the arena pass.
Yeah.
But it's like, if there's, 5 rewards in one level, you only get one of those things if you don't have the arena pass.
Right.
And the other thing I don't like is unlocking things for characters that I don't have.
Yeah. Let's say a Jedi, just for example. He is a droid who thinks he's a Jedi. It's J3D-I, Jedi. Let's say you unlock something for him. You're going to get a little icon over your hunter's menu that says, hey, you have something new. But then when you go to the menu, because you don't have Jedi, it's not going to specify that that's what the new thing is in, which you can still go to his menu and look at the new things and get rid of the icon. But there's no icon on his actual profile saying, hey, here's where the new thing is.
Right. And if you're like me out there and you don't like notifications on everything, it was really annoying.
Yeah.
That was like the other thing that bugged me too, is like it would tell me I had something new in the hunter selection, and I would go to it and there would be nothing there, and I'm like, but there's nothing here. Why are you telling me that I have a notification?
Yeah. So you kind of have to, unless you saw the notification, like it'll say like, oh, you unlocked a skin for whatever. But let's say you play a couple matches, then you forget. It's just annoying. Not the end of the world, but something that could be better.
Yeah, for sure. Just something in a future update that they could do.
Yeah. Also, you don't auto unlock things. Like, as you level up the Hunter's Fame or your own personal level or the Arena Pass, you don't just get the rewards when you hit the level. You have to actually go through the menus, find the right Battle Pass that you unlock something on, click unlock. It's not a really big thing, but it's something really minor that I think really hurts the game.
Yeah, because you'll complete missions and stuff that aren't tied to the arena pass, but they're tied to like the challenges or whatever. And if you never go into the challenges and click on them, you're missing out on, I think it's mostly credits, but I think there's a couple of like cosmetic items too, and maybe some of that like Hunter's Fame tokens as well within those challenges that like you would never know if you just didn't go in there and then click on it. And once you click on it, you have to go to another menu and then select it.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. Again, it's not the end of the world. It's definitely something that like you can do pretty easily. It's just, it's annoying that you have to.
Right.
It kind of interrupts
from
the
Fortnite.
flow.
Yeah, steal from Fortnite, and at the end of the match, whenever I back out of the match, hey, you've collected 10 stars towards the battle pass, or you've unlocked all these things from the battle pass.
Yeah.
Which you still have to go in to your character screen or whatever and, you know, get that notification to go away. But I like that it tells me after I get out of a lobby, hey, this is what you unlocked. This is how much XP you got. And you're now level 20 or whatever.
Yeah. Also, I know we've been harping on this game a lot, but something else is when you start the game up, it's like, would you like to play the tutorial? And Mac and I both hit no, and then still had to do the tutorial.
Right. That was... And it wasn't even like it was a real tutorial. It was just like, you have to play a match.
Yeah, you got to play a match, and then there are a couple of the menus that we had to go through. So there might have actually been like a longer tutorial and a shortened tutorial, and it gave us the shortened tutorial. I'm actually guessing that's probably what happened, but it was still frustrating because I kind of just wanted to be able to freely explore through the menus and stuff on my own, not have to play 2 matches before I could.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You couldn't go to any of the menus until you played those matches that it wanted you to play. And then, like we said, we finally figured out how to get over to the social menu. And it won't even let you add people as friends until you play 10 matches.
Yeah, which I don't know. Like, the best part of these games is getting to play with your friends. So just locking that behind a challenge, essentially, I thought was not cool.
No, it definitely, like, kind of discouraged me a little bit. But, I mean, luckily, you know, we were smart enough. We hopped on a Discord call together, and we got through our 10 matches together, but separately. But,
yeah,
you know, we could talk about what we liked about characters or where we were at in the pass or the hunter's path to unlocking a new character. So that was nice. Oh, and then one thing I did like was whenever we were finally able to get in a party together, something I think that's cool that they do is you get 10% bonus XP for playing with a party.
Yeah, that was really nice. Just make it easier to get through all those things.
I mean, it's smart, you know, it boosts their playership. Because I also don't think the game has that big of a base.
Yeah.
Because while we were doing our separate 10 matches, Elijah would say, you know, somebody's screen name on the game. And then like 1 or 2 matches later, I would have that person in my lobby.
That same player. Yep.
So I don't think their players are huge right now. And some people have been grinding this game. We got in a couple matches with people that were like in the levels like 40s and 50s.
40 to 50, yeah. And they kicked our butts. They were very good.
Yeah, they had been playing this game.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've got 2 more complaints, and then I want to talk about some of the more good of it. You can't pick your mode. There's 4 game modes. You just hit battle, and it kind of shuffles you to a random one, whatever's available. Yeah. And then my second complaint, which kind of connects onto that, is we played, 16 to 20 matches, and we still only had access to the first 2 game modes. We never got to play the other 2.
Yeah, they're locked behind level walls. We weren't high enough level to unlock the other 2 yet.
Yeah, which I don't know. I thought was a little frustrating. The game is, whatever mode you're playing, it's going to be fun, but I think it's more consumer friendly when you give your players that choice.
Yeah, for sure, because maybe I don't want to play one of the game modes that we unlocked, but with servers and everything, like, it just kind of throws you in whatever it has open. And who knows what kind of, like, servers they're using to power this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, they got Disney money. They could power their servers.
So do you want to talk about game modes then?
Yeah, I think that's great. So the first one is just a typical team deathmatch, 4v4. I think when you like your tutorial mode, it's like first to 5 or first to 10, and then it's first to 20, and then like once you're actually into the game, it's first to 25 kills, and they're like 5-minute matches, so they're really quick and a ton of fun.
Yeah, the squad brawl is a lot of fun. But sadly, if you haven't played it yet, just so you know, once you get past like the beginning levels, you're not gonna play Squad Brawl like ever again.
Yeah, the other mode, it's a domination for people that play COD. Do you remember what it was actually called?
Yes, I got it pulled up. I've got all 4 modes pulled up. So the first one was Squad Battle. The second one you unlock once you reach level 4. Is called Power Control, which Elijah mentioned is a domination type. You've got points A, B, and C. If you control all 3 points, you're dominating or whatever, and you're scoring points at a higher rate. But in order to score points, you have to control at least 2 points.
Yeah, which I think was an interesting twist. I know there are a lot of shooters. There's essentially 2 ways that this game mode works. A lot of shooters will do it like Star Wars Hunters, where you have to have the majority of the points, whatever the number of points is, it's 3 or 5 or whatever, to actually gain points. Or at least COD used to do this, and I think a couple other games did this. Let's say there were 3 points. If you control a point, your team is gaining points regardless, just whoever has the more points, more control points controlled, they're gaining points quicker. So it's just a little difference. I personally prefer when games let you get points just for having a control point, but I don't think it's that much of a difference at the end of the day. Whoever has the most points controlled is going to win regardless.
All right, and then that brings us to our third game mode, which we didn't get to play. It's called Dynamic Control. You have to reach level 8 in order to unlock it.
Of course.
It's just like the second game mode, except the points change. They rotate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, whoever captures that point. I don't know how many it takes, but it's another, like, score. Base one. Which, I mean, there's a COD mode that does that as well. There used to be. I haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah, I think Halo Infinite has a mode like that as well.
And then that brings us to our fourth one, which is called Trophy Chase. And you don't unlock that until level 11.
Oof.
And you have to go and pick up and carry the droid called Trophy, or TRO-F33.
Hell yeah.
And basically it's just who can hold on to Trophy for the longest.
Yeah, okay.
Before they reach 100 points.
Kind of like Halo, I think it's called Oddball.
Yeah.
Nice. Sure would have been fun if we could have tried them.
But again, who knows if we would have ever played them.
Right. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a really bold statement here. I think if, like, I know we, especially me, spent a lot of time harping on the menu and the UI and the way the level progression. Like, I made a lot of complaints here, but the general gameplay loop is so fun. I really think with some improvements, and like hypothetically, if this had been like a full release on, you could probably do current and last gen consoles, PC, smoothed it out a little bit. I really think this could have been one of the like biggest hero shooters out there. Like, I think the characters are so unique, their movesets are unique, that it could compete with games like Overwatch and Valorant and all these other hero shooters. It really just got hurt by being a mobile game.
I agree with that. Even if they just went to PC, I feel like a lot of those issues would get resolved.
Yeah.
But It was a fun game. Do I think I'll be returning to Star Wars Hunters? No.
I think I will. I really do think I will play some more of this game. I don't think I'm going to get lost in it like I did Overwatch, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Halo, but I definitely see myself playing more.
Well, would I ever play it alone again? No. Like, am I ever just going to be, having some time to myself and being like, I've got 30 minutes. Maybe I should play Star Wars Hunters. That probably won't happen. But, if you or Tuck came back from the dead and texted me and was like, hey, do you guys want to knock out some Hunters for like an hour? I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. You know what I totally could see, though? Like, this being a mobile game, let's say, like, myself personally, let's say I needed to take the bus for some reason across town. I could totally see myself bringing Hunters up and playing a match while I'm traveling because they are so quick.
Yeah.
I think their vision for this game was something you could just, like, pick up, play for a couple minutes, put down. If they can find that right market of, like, parents who have kids and they only have a few minutes to play a game, they don't have enough time to play a full Overwatch match or something, I think this game's really going to appeal to them.
Yeah. But, I mean, just optimize things a bit better.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about maps.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about maps.
Did you have a favorite one?
I think indoor was my favorite. It's just a typical indoor map. If you've played any of the Battlefronts, you'll know kind of what it's like, just a more simplistic version. What I really liked is there are jump pads scattered around the map so that you can get from, the ground to in the trees pretty quickly.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. No character really felt... Well, I mean, I really only played the one, and she has the grapple hook, so it wasn't ever that hard for me to traverse the map with my character that I was playing with. But the maps were a pretty good size. It never felt like nobody could get to a point if you were playing domination.
Yeah.
Without being fairly quick. I don't think there was a sprint button.
The one support character could, like, roll. I guarantee there's probably a character in the game that has a sprint option, kind of like Soldier 76. But yeah, I think the maps were the perfect size for a 4v4.
Yeah, I never felt like anything was too big. For me, I don't even remember the map names, but the one that has, maybe it's Cloud City, I don't know. But all of, like, the speeders go across, like, the middle of the map, like, randomly.
Yeah, and they can kill you if you're standing in them. Yep.
I really like that one. Was there a Tatooine one?
Not that I remember, but I do know another one that I really liked is you're on a spaceship, and there's, like, a space battle going on outside, and you can actually see, like, X-Wings and TIE fighters flying by. I thought that was really neat.
Was that the Death Star map? Is there a Death Star map?
It might be the Death Star, yeah. It's something we've seen in other Star Wars shooters, but just being a mobile Switch game with not a lot of processing power, I did think that was a neat detail. It's not something I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing a map list on here.
Team names, you have the Mudhorns and the Gundarks, which I thought was so cool.
Yeah, I do like that.
Also, like, we've talked a little bit about heroes. There's a huge variety. Like, we talked about there's a stormtrooper, there is a Sith assassin, there's a droid Jedi who uses a lightsaber and has, like, a grappling hook. There's 2 Jawas in a trench coat called Utini. There's, what's that species? The last character in the Hunter's Pass that you unlock, he's driving a droidica mech.
Oh, the Ugnaught character?
Yeah, there's an Ugnaught that drives a droidica mech. That's so cool. My whole point to this is there's a lot of diversity in the character selection that I don't think we really get with most Star Wars shooters, first or third person.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking through the character list real quick.
No, that's okay. While you're looking through that, there is a Mandalorian that is locked behind the Arena Pass. If you buy the Arena Pass, you get access to him Tier 1, and then I think there's a couple skins for him as you play through. I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming it'll be like Overwatch when they did put their characters behind the Battle Pass paywall, where If you got the battle pass, you could unlock them, but then after that season, you could just purchase them normally. I'm hoping that's what they'll do here.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, he's the only one I think that's a battle pass exclusive.
Right now. As the game goes on, though, I'm not sure. I haven't seen a statement. Like with Overwatch, when they were doing battle pass exclusive characters, they were doing a new character every other season. So Hunters might do something similar. They might try and do they might do a new character every season, every like third season. I'm just not sure right now.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Not a bad game. It wasn't the worst 2 hours of my life. It wasn't the best either. I had I don't want to beat up on this game too hard because I did have fun.
Yeah,
and it was definitely fun playing with a friend.
Yeah.
I would recommend that if you really want to pour some time into it. Find somebody that can play with you or a group of friends that has the time to play. And
grind out your 10 matches and then have fun with your friends.
Yeah, grind out your 10 matches and then play. Because like we said, it took us about an hour until we could finally play together.
Which isn't too bad. I mean, if the matches are 5 minutes for 10 matches, that's 50 minutes, plus a few minutes for searching, looking through menus. Yeah, I don't know, this dev team, which, sorry, when you were looking it up, did you see who made the game?
No. I was looking at IGN, which IGN is not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's IGN.
They gave it a 7.
I feel like that's really fair. So it's Natural Motion and ZYNGA, Zynga. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that properly. They really did put a lot of love into this game. Like I said, just little details like the art for the characters' names, all the characters being super unique, each character having its own battle pass, kind of, where you can unlock upgrades and cosmetics for free, the base gameplay loop. All of these things are really, really good. Like, the stuff that really matters works, and it works well. It's just other stuff like the menus that just really, like, bring this game down. So I completely agree with Mac. I think if you get a chance to play, I would recommend trying it. I think that's all I have to say about it. How about you, my friend?
I think that's all I got, too. New maps are coming, apparently.
Nice. Okay.
But that's all I could really see.
Well, great. We have, if you're on Spotify, we have comments now. Let us know in the comments if you've played Star Wars Hunters and what you think. Also, if you want to be a part of this conversation, you can email us at animalsquadron@gmail.com. Again, that is animalsquadron@gmail.com. And if you could leave us a review wherever you're listening, that would help out a ton. We'd really appreciate it. For the Animal Squadron, this has been MotherGoose.
And HouseDog, without Lowtech Tuck, because he's dead.
Come back, Tucker. We miss you.
He's dead.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.